Welcome to Digital Web Analytics. In Digital Web Analytics, you'll learn about a variety of things. You'll learn about how the digital realm of things coincides with all aspects of reality. We teach Digital Web Analytics from a trilingual standpoint. And we say trilingual because in the U.S. in particular, you have three dominant languages, Creole, Spanish, and English. So we put like our own little twist to it, and we come up with trilingual marketing. Today we'll talk about the introduction to digital web analytics, as well as we'll touch on how to create digital web analytics accounts, measuring marketing campaigns online, creating and managing the analytical business culture, business intelligence data warehouse, designing dimension models, managing business process improvement projects. We'll cover a variety of these things. In digital web analytics, it's a combination of digital analytics, which examines how website visitors view and interact with a site's pages and features, and business and personal intelligence. But to know this, you have to know exactly what to track. You have to know how to form a social network. You have to know how to, in return, form a .com, .org, .net, or whatever you will be willing in trying to track. For example, this is a Google Analytics account. Here we're tracking stuff from urbanscrapmetal.com, LLC, rainmakersports.com, LLC. And in tracking data, you have to generate a tracking code. Once you create this free Google Web Analytics account, then in return, you will have to generate a code and plug that code into your iPage account or your GoDaddy account, for example. It'll just take a moment. Now from here, once you bring up your website, you will plug in the actual tracking code to the actual website. You go to settings, and right here it says footer code, which is the Google Analytic code. So you generate your code. You generate your code from here, tracking code, copy, paste, and you plug it in to your website. So again, if you weren't paying attention, we're going to go over this very, very easy, because this is the first step to success in learning how to track information from your website, from social networks, or what have you. And it's great. It's a great tool. Google Analytics has designed some great plugins to enable us to track information in return, which lets us know about the conversions, which lets us know about the performance of our social networks, our .coms, our .nets, or what have you. So again, in creating your Google Analytics account, you can give it any name possible. But what you do is, once the account is created, you give it a name. Once you give it a name, you get a code for it. You track the code. Whoever your site's hosted with, you go to the footer section, you go to settings, to the footer section, and you embed your code, and you save it. You build, you publish, had it. Trilingual marketing. Who's that fellow? Very, very simple. Now, when knowing what to track, it's vital to have a LinkedIn account, a Facebook account, and a Twitter account. These are your top 3, maybe, social networks around. When you do this, you want to sync your accounts. You want to sync the accounts because at one click of a button, you want to be able to communicate via all 3 accounts, whether it's your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, or your LinkedIn. You could sync your Instagram to your Facebook and your Twitter. You could sync your LinkedIn to your Twitter and your Facebook and your Instagram. And I say do this because you will work smarter, not harder. When you click one button, you will then in return distribute all this information properly to the entire world. So for instance, this is trilingual marketing, and it explains exactly when trilingual marketing was established, the whole 9 yards. This is Facebook. Facebook exactly explains about the company, what's going on, the digital aspects, the consulting, the business services that are being offered, or what have you. And trilingual marketing, like I said, was brought to fruition because we felt like the 3 dominant languages, not only in this market, South Florida, a trilingual market, which is Creole, Spanish, and English, but around the world. When you roll out a product, whether a digital product, a marketing campaign, you want it to be clear cut, but you want it to be able to cater to people from all walks of life. And in saying that, you put a twist on the site, what enables you to convert such information. And these are just different sites that we market with the trilingual touch. You got Tax Firm USA, you got Gold Order, you got Freak Show Wear Design, Rainmaker Sports, Tiny OG Customs. There's a slew of companies we market for. JohnLozier.com, and as you can see here, there's a Se Pase catering to the Creole culture. You have Que Pasa catering to the Espanol culture, and you have Wagwan catering to the Jamaican culture, and of course you have What's Up English catering to the American culture. So if you take a look at Rainmaker Sports, you see the information is in English. You click one button, we can transfer it to French. And you see the information was transferred to French. With one click, that simple. And in the digital world, you need to cater your information to all the cultures. It's vital. And when you're tracking, you need to know exactly what you're trying to track, how you're trying to track it, and how you're trying to implement it. Because in digital web analytics, there's a lot goes into tracking the information. You want to make sure what you're tracking and how you're tracking what you're tracking is up to date, is current, is with your network, is with your database. And here goes Twitter. And you see the same thing. The Twitter is synced with the Facebook account. So that's why you see FB. So when we click one button from Facebook, it automatically syncs to Twitter. And it tells us the definition. Keep in mind, whenever you create a campaign, you want to have a definition. Trilingual marketing provides solution-oriented marketing, consulting, and services to ensure our clients reach full profit maximization. And that's the only way you can reach full profit maximization is by syncing your networks. For example, which is proven here, The same thing with Tax Firm USA. It's sync. You see the FB, which it symbolizes Facebook, which is their code, and you have it. We did makeup beautician Andrea Conley, domestic and international producer of hair, lace front wigs, and so forth and so on. Here, you know, we have a following and you know, just different tweets from different friends and colleagues. This is what we designed for John Lozier, which is a painting he ended up donating to the Marley family, and just a variety of things. And in digital web analytics, you want to make sure you have a good hosting company. I prefer you deal with iPage, but I can't refer anything or anyone, but they fit very well for me. In the digital world, it's great to have a strong hosting account because you don't want any failures, you don't want anything to go wrong. In digital web analytics, you have to know the campaigns and how you're going to brand the campaign with hashtag implementation. So say for instance, with our campaign, it's trilingual marketing. So you have pound trilingual marketing, TLM, and people associate this in our social networks with trilingual marketing. So if you press pound TLM or pound TLMRKTG, it will come back trilingual marketing everywhere. There we go. And you see hashtag trilingual marketing. You even have some endorsement from Brandon Flowers.
Go to urbanscrapmetal.com today.
Great guy. And we thank you for watching Digital Web Analytics 101. Definitely come back to us soon.